What's up, guys, and welcome to your Bitcoin update. Markets are still going crazy. Are we going to see a new all-time high soon, or do we need a pullback? First, we're going to talk about that. We're going to take a look at the charts. Definitely stick around for the whole video. We're going to dig into some different stuff. Also, don't forget we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. It's an awesome community, great place to hang out, talk about crypto, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Always do your own due diligence and your own research before investing or trading in any markets. Also, just a reminder, on Sunday, which is tomorrow, we'll be doing the Ledger Nano S giveaway. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Give it a thumbs up. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash that like button and leave a comment down below. That's key because I'll pick a random comment from a random video throughout the week. And we'll be doing that tomorrow. So looking at the Fear and Greed Index, we are at 91 again. We raised 5 points from yesterday. Still in the extreme greed zone. And looking at the Dow Jones real quick, it closed out at 29,263 yesterday. I do have a possible target up here for the Dow to top out at about 30,700. Anything above this white trend line here, and it could just be parabolic. Who knows? This market makes 0 sense. Let's look at gold. Gold, we're still looking at this possible A, B, C correction. The target there is 1,800. We did hit our first target of the 1850 here. I'm still looking for that 1800 possibly. And looking at the DXY, which is the dollar index, looking for a possible retest of this trend line down here. If that happens, I think this bull run could continue for a little bit longer. Otherwise, if we break up above these EMAs here and break this top trend line, I do think everything is going to correct at that point. All right, looking at Bitcoin, almost to the all-time highs again. As you can see, the NVT is still totally red. It does look like it's due for a retest of coming back down to this signal line here. As you can see, every time we get far away from it in the red, we come back down to test it. And where might that be? We'll talk about that as we go into the lower time frames. One thing I do want to point out, though, is, this is undeniably parabolic. Could we go higher and break the all-time high? Yes, we could, but I do think we're due for a pullback. The higher we go, the bigger the pullback. As you can see, this parabolic run we had here, let's see how far that came down. We corrected 85%, and if we take one from this parabolic run here in 2019 and go down to where its low was, and that went down 72%. So let's say even if we did a 50% from here, if this was the top, we'd be looking at about a $9,700 Bitcoin. As you guys know, there is a CME gap down there. Do they have to fill? Absolutely not. Let's take one more look at this and just look at how it corrected with Fibonacci retracement. If we go from the swing low over here to the swing high on the 2017 bull run, 0.786 was right here at 4,700. We did drop below it, and we came down to test this 200 EMA on the weekly. If we were to come back and test that again, obviously it's rising, but that could be around the 8,800 range. If that was to happen, let's take a look at this swing high from swing low here. And the 0.786 was right here around 5,300, and we did dip below that also. And again, let's take a look and assume we're topped out here. And look at the swing high to the swing low. 0.786 is at about $7,000 range. Could we get that? Absolutely. I know a lot of people are saying it's impossible. We're going straight. The market cannot keep going straight up like this. That's not normal. I know there's a lot of new investment, a lot of all that. But if you look at coin market cap, I don't have it up here. Last time we were at these levels, we were at about 800 billion. Right now we're at in between 5 and 600 billion at this level. Could that be because the dollar is worth a little bit less now? Possibly, but it seems weird. Let's look at Prime XBT. If you guys are interested in trading, there can be a lot of money being made whether the market goes up or down. You can short it or long it on Prime XBT. You can use leverage up to 100 times. I would be very careful if you use leverage, though. That is very risky unless you're a advanced trader. So anyways, I'll leave a tutorial up top. Definitely check it out. And there's a link down below also. But you can use my promo code Savy50 to get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus up to 1 Bitcoin. Savy25 will get you 25% off of your fees. You can trade crypto, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything all on this one exchange. It just makes it simple. You don't have to keep switching back and forth. Check it out if you haven't already, and let's get into the daily. So looking at the daily, basically what I was going to show here is just what I showed you in the weekly, that, you know, obviously this is majorly parabolic. We're going to talk about, look at this weekly here. We had this measured move of this falling broadening wedge at 16,000. We obviously got up there. If we came back to retest, I would think that would be pretty healthy to at least retest the 16, a break below that, and that could become our new resistance on our way down. But we'll talk about that here in a minute. Let's look at the symmetrical triangle. The measured move of that was, and we've had these here forever, although I did not think we were going to get to these levels. It's obviously possible. Could this bull run get all the way up to 28,000? It's possible. I am currently not trading right here until it cools down a little bit, and I'm currently waiting on this weekly close also. I'll show you right now. As you guys know, the weekly RSI we had been watching for a while. I had said a break of this would be bullish, although I was still skeptical. And if we look at what's going on now, I want to see where this weekly closes on this rising channel here. If we do close above that, we could continue up rapidly. The bull run could continue. If we do close below this, and again, this is the weekend, anything can happen. It's always lower volume, so it doesn't take as much money to move the market. So anyways, keep an eye on this weekly. That's definitely what I want to keep my eye on. Now, coming back to retest this trend line here is a possibility on the RSI. Remember, this is weekly. It could take time. If that was to happen, we could either come back down to retest this dotted white trend line right here off of these peaks from where we broke out, and that would be around 11,100, somewhere in that range. Again, the Fibonacci retracement, the golden pocket zone right here is between 8750 and 9200 if we have topped out. But let's take a look at my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. Check it out. There's a link down below, along with other affiliate links that you should probably check out. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. But she can put anything you want on any of this stuff. Just hit her up in the contact up at the top of the webpage, and she can do family pictures, other currencies, other cryptos, whatever you want. Makes good Christmas gifts. Check it out. And looking at the daily. So on the daily, I had this trend line drawn off these 2 weeks here, right here and here. We did break above that. Let's see if the daily is able to close above it. I'm going to tell you where that's at. And a daily close above this, we could remain bullish here. So keep an eye on that tonight. And that's around 87 or 18,713. As you can see, there is another trend line right off of these wicks here. And if we were to break up and remain above this, close above it, we could be looking as high as 22,000 here. But hold on, I do want to show you some other stuff. But again, if we've topped out here, coming back down to retest the top of this rising broadening wedge, could be around the 15.4 to 15.5. Again, that's if we've topped out here. And if we came back down to the 0.382 fib, that could be right around the 13,230 range. Yeah, and the golden pocket, like I said, is between that 91, 92, to 97, and that's using this at the bottom. The other one I was using this. I'm still going to remain keeping an eye on this one here. Could this be the massive bull run that continues on? It could be. I just don't think it is yet. I think we will see that. As you guys know, I am a believer in Bitcoin. Most people don't think that because I'm bearish on Bitcoin. I still think there is a possibility of getting down to these levels. Is it getting a little less likely? It is, but I still think it's very, very possible, and I'm still watching for it. So also what I wanted to point out here in the daily RSI is that we are still getting resistance on the same trend line where we topped out over here. Right here, we've had 1, 2, 3 tags on it. So again, depending on where this daily closes, if we close below the 18,713 area to 18,725, somewhere in that range, if we close below there, I think it's going to remain bearish, guys. Close above there, we could be moving up a little bit higher. And if we look at this rising channel here on the 4-hour, take a measured move of where we broke out there, that gets us around the 20,700. So that is another possibility if we continue to rise from here. But again, if this is the top, I would be looking for a correction in one of these areas. First being 16,725, second being 1528, which is the 0.236, and then we have the 0.382 at 12,950, 13,000, right in that range. Let's put one here on the 0.5 fib, that one being 11,090. Well, so let's just say 11,100. Then of course that Fibonacci retracement, the golden pocket area, could be coming back down to retest this long-term trend line that was resistance for a long time, became support. If we came back down to retest it, depending on when, if we did it first quarter next year, would be around 8,800, which would match up with this golden pocket zone. And if that was not to hold, then we could be looking at much lower. That's what I'm looking at, guys. I think we're definitely due for a pullback at this point, but it is the weekend. Crazy things can happen. Anyways, be careful out there. If you are trading, don't over leverage. Make sure you use stops. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to click Crypto Savvy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post videos. Smash that like and leave your comment for your chance to win the Ledger Nano S. And I'm out. See you guys tomorrow.